welcome back to another episode of the Talk Terran Morning Show, where we go over tips, tricks, ideas, and exercises to help make you the absolute best entrepreneur you can be, not only for yourself, but for the people you love and care about most. You become better for not only you, but the people you love and care about most. You gotta be a little uncomfortable and take that leap of faith. You're in control of the process. I'm here with you. If we don't continue to grow, if we don't continue to move on, we will be sad and upset. We have a fun Friday episode here loaded up for today, though, it might be a little, I promise it's fun and it's in a good light, good space, but we will be talking about dying. We'll be talking about death, the impermanence of life. Really, the goal will be to just go over a list of tips and tricks. I got about 7 of them listed that I've been writing out and thinking about the past couple days, and I want to share them with you. Let's go ahead and just get right into tip number 1, a little more on the broad scene. So reflecting on mortality in general is good. I think it's really healthy, and I think it keeps us from neglecting the things that we really do want to do in life. What's your current relationship with it now? Are you okay with it? Are you scared with it? And maybe see if some feelings come up and just settle with them and be in the present moment. Maybe it will help with just feeling more in general. Tip number 2 would be increasing your education level on the topic. That's usually hard to go wrong with education. And this can be in beliefs, whether you believe in the universe, maybe you have a strong faith in God, or you just like learning about philosophies. You pull up Marcus Aurelius and how in his book of meditations, he has several parts that are really amazing about death. Or Seneca, he was a great philosopher, Plato, Aristotle, they all talked about death in a very special way. And the common theme was about finding peace with it, really, and then embracing more of what you do have today. Because it's so easy to get tripped up and caught up in, oh, my businesses aren't big enough. I'm not doing this fast enough. And then I pull back and I realized yesterday I was laying by the pool with my girlfriend and I'm just thinking like, oh, this was what I was really chasing the entire time. And I don't want to miss that because I'm thinking about some social media bullshit or some type of property that I'm not even going to really hardly live in. And it's just going to be like a rental property. So I think it's really easy to get mixed up in that stuff. And the next one is expressing your feelings. Expressing your feelings. Are there feelings, are there emotions that you need to work through in order to get comfortable with death? I think it's very common for people to bottle stuff up for decades at a time. It's no wonder why everyone has a mid-life crisis. It's just after 20, 30 years, humans just can't hold on to shit anymore, and then they got to explode. So I think when you have your feelings, when you have emotions in general, say if you're going through a breakup with a partner, or say if you lost a loved one, or say if you were injured or you have a disability or something like that, that can really screw up your emotional, or you're just stressed with life in general. I think expressing your feelings and continue to attach your life to all cycles of it, the life that you're living, but also attaching and identifying with the fact that you are going to die and how everything is impermanent, I think can encourage us to really feel the feelings that we have now and give them a true identity and a better understanding. On to the next one. This is the classic one, impermanence. Don't worry so much about everything else and really kind of understand the philosophy of impermanence with yourself. The fact that you get older, you age, and you go through these life cycles, and then eventually you get to the other side where you do pass away. I think just impermanence and remembering that this is a vital part of life is very, very helpful. And it's encouraging to know that everyone's on this timestamp of some sort. There are things that you can do to improve the quality of your impermanence, to make yourself more comfortable. If you are fit, if you are healthy, then your cycle of impermanence, I think, will go a lot more smoothly. versus if you're beat up, things aren't going great. So I think just embracing death and understanding the cycles of impermanence are very healthy to help us just be more motivated, have more energy and more focus towards what we need to do today. What do you want to focus on today? More importantly, what do you want to feel today? Do you want to feel joy? Do you want to be happy? It's not against the law to smile. Okay. We can all smile and have a good time. It's okay. That stuff translates into other people and can benefit their day. Tip number 5, if maybe this matters to you, maybe this one doesn't matter so much to me versus I just want to set still not 100% on moving forward with like the children and family and how that looks and the timelines and stuff like that. We're young, we're trying to figure our lives out. But something within me does really believe, and I think it's important to me, is having some type of legacy for a son or a daughter to have them have education paid for. I'm huge on education, trying to help support and pay for that kind of stuff. Just being able to give down guiding principles of some sort. I do want to have some books done by the time I'm in my 40s, my 50s, maybe possibly even run for a political position. If the political landscape changes, I think that'd be kind of fun. Maybe something a little more local. I think being a mayor in a town would be kind of cool. I don't know. That's a long, long way down the road. On to the next point. Spend time in nature. Nothing gets us closer to death than I think nature. I used to think zoos were the most terrible thing ever. And then I went on some outdoor adventures with my brother out in the wild and stuff. And I was like, oh my God. And nature can be very brutal, very tough. And it's so easy to see the cycles of life and death in nature. And I think connecting with Mother Nature, the closer you can get to Mother Nature, I think the better you will feel. I have always felt this way. I really try to push it onto people. If you're feeling stressed, you're feeling set out, go walk barefoot on some grass. Go on a hike in the woods. In general, I think most of us have the option to get out in nature in some capacity. Even in a lot of major cities, they have beautiful, like in Chicago, like Michigan, walking on the lake. That's pretty powerful geographical body of water. So anything that you can do to get closer to nature, I think is really helpful, can make us feel better. Or maybe this is just your sign to, this can be a healthy reminder that you haven't done in a while, and getting out into nature can be very helpful and make you feel really, really good. The last one, this one, before we wrap up the show today, I think this one's really important and it gets neglected a little bit too often and can cause a lot of issues with families and people in support. I think planning for the future in general. So over here in our coaching, we do life plans for people. So in a 6-week course, we're going to create you a very detailed life plan. It's going to really understand what your anchoring system is, so you can live more of who you are and what you want out of life. If you want to check more out about that, go ahead and reach out to me about the 1-page life plan. But planning for the future in general, I think just getting some goals down and having like a will down, I think can help. I think it can help get started on like understanding that we are getting closer to death than farther away. And this can save relationships. But okay, so we talked about death this morning. Good morning to everyone. I hope you have a good day and take this in a positive light, a positive lens. Talking about death is good and it is healthy. So these were quickly the tips that we talked about for embracing and accepting death. Just reflect on it in general, maybe start some journaling, educate yourself on what beliefs, faiths, or philosophies that you have about death. Express your feelings. Don't be scared to cry. Be with your emotions. Impermanence, everything dies along the way. Legacy, what do you want to leave behind? Spend time in nature. You can't go wrong with Mother Nature. You can get hurt and be scary. Be careful out there, plan appropriately. But spending time in nature is good. And then plan for the future. Set your family up for success. Set your mind at ease as you're going on this next stage of life, because you're paying the ultimate price. You're giving up the ultimate gift. You're giving up what everybody truly wants at the end of the day, and it's to be alive, and it's to be embraced. I don't know what this human experience is. I have no idea what's going on, but damn it, it's fucking awesome. And I'm glad that I'm alive, and I'm glad that I'm able to do what I'm doing. I'm glad that we're able to share stuff on this show. And I'm glad to say that we're going to keep rocking and rolling. And you can check out episode 303, our next one, Monday, live, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Tell your friends, tell your family, share this content, like this content. Thanks for checking out our content. If you want to learn more about investing in yourselves and working with me and our company personally, we offer a 6-week Total Life Mastery Bootcamp where we go over the most important topics to make sure that our life has the foundation we need to catapult us forward to take the right and proper actions to become happier and more productive, guaranteed, or our money back.